My grandfather worked for IBM his whole career. He would always tell me when I was little, he said, Zach, education is expensive and there's lots of ways to pay for it. I got a job working for 3G Capital, who owns Burger King. Something called an operations trainee, but basically they take a college graduate that has some restaurant experience and teach them, about the business, and then you get to run a Burger King. The store that they gave me was in Largo. It's not there anymore, but it was the worst store in the nation. There's 14,000 stores. It was like number 13. 9 something. And within 2 months, it was the #1 store in the nation. Does anyone know what 5 why problem solving is? The #1 way to solve a problem is to cut it at the root. It's a lot of hypotheses. You have to ask a lot of whys. So I'll use an example. Let's say our food cost at one of our restaurants wasn't where it should be. Well, why is that? Okay, well, maybe we're overportioning. Maybe the vendors are raising their prices. There's a lot of whys that go into that. So then we test each hypothesis using data and analytics, right? And then we ask another why. Okay, well, so if it is our overportioning, why are we overportioning? And then we ask why again. And then we ask why again. And then once we get to 5 whys, typically, that's your root cause. But then we fix that problem and it never exists again. When we bought the Black Pearl, it was doing $250,000 a year. This year we'll do $2.2 million in revenue.
You just opened up here at Highland House.
Yep. I think this is one of Dunedin's coolest assets. Even before we took over, my mother's wedding was here, my grandfather's celebration of life, my dad's celebration of life, they were all at this building. And I feel like a lot of people have a lot of deep-rooted history here, and so to be able to be a part of that story and kind of the country club, or at least the clubhouse 2.0, to be a part of that was super neat. We love it, it's been great. We heavily invest in emotional intelligence testing, so, put yourself in someone else's shoes. You could be the most business acumen, amazing financial analyst, but if you can't put yourself in someone's shoes, like I'll use a Burger King as an example, it makes $8 an hour selling burgers all day long and then goes to work 6 other jobs, you're not gonna be able to lead those people. What makes the Feinstein Group a little bit different is I really try to think differently and try to figure out, is there a better way to solve a problem, even if no one's doing that.